Welcome to the after show, the show after the show, where we talk about the show. Today we are discussing episode 4, titled, Are You Satisfied? Which ended up being appropriate, I think, a little bit with this. So, we're going to start off recapping and then get everyone's personal thoughts. Feel free to jump in at any times with their reactions or how you feel about it, scene to scene. This was the most freeform episode where I just threw it to you guys, and I knew you wouldn't disappoint, and you did not. Kicking things off with breakfast, or actually a little discussion and a plan to get the portrait. The yearbook thing was that was good on you, April. That was clever.
I might have been the yearbook editor for 2 years in high school, so I might have had some knowledge of what goes in those things.
Yeah, that was a fun thing I got to sprinkle in that I didn't think I would. So that was cool. Also got a little thing on Poseidon, but also you have the portrait now. We'll see what happens when we put that up. Who got that? Fan. We'll see what you use with that. You seemed to have a reaction when you found the thing and had the caption. What was going through your head there? What are your thoughts?
So it is no like, it's well aware that the gods on Olympus, they fuck around. They fuck around often, with a swiftness, sometimes in various forms.
I see you, Prince.
And the gods fuck around quite a bit, especially the big three. Poseidon, well, not one of them, not Hades doesn't, but Poseidon and Zeus, the other big two, they fuck around quite a bit. And something makes me think that Poseidon has fucked around with somebody that he shouldn't have. That maybe somebody has staked, even though it is very heteronormative and archaic, has staked a claim on somebody that might be in a long-term relationship with somebody.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, which I also put down originally. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That happened in the library. We got the pick. Then we had breakfast, which went great. We got to talk to Achilles a little bit, which I shamelessly, as soon as you said Wes, like, oh, he's just gonna tell us the honor and dignity line, I wrote it down as you said it. I'm like, yeah, he is.
That was great. That was fucking. I love the little toss-ups that you do. It's just yeah. Why not? Why the fuck not?
And then had another run-in with Headmaster Hades, which always goes.
I like the reaction, by the way, on that thing with him with me and Wes, where we were like, honor and dignity. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Heels for life.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll be fun once we get back into that. And then that happened. Theseus didn't roll so hot and got the leader position taken, which was a interesting shakeup. But all things considered, still successfully talked your way out of getting to go to town, which I was hoping you would, or I was just assuming you'd have to sneak out. Either way, I was down for.
I think there are only 3 people in our group that is capable of having the leadership position, and neither one of them is me and Theseus at this moment. I think if anybody, it's Dusa deserves that honorific.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe more so Meg. Who knows? It's definitely
Meg.
not Thanatos.
Meg, it's Meg. Meg needs to be in charge. Don't give it to Dusa.
I mean, Theseus just took it as like, well, I can be Shadow Council now. I can have all of the leadership ability without having to take any of the fall for any of the shit that goes down.
Yeah, it's dangerous in this group because it's mostly just gonna be taking the fall for bad things. We'll see.
We're adding Kingmaker to the title list now.
That happened eventually. It was fun playing an annoyed Hades. That was just like, I'm still here. Stop fucking around. Get out. It was a good time all around. got the palm pass from. Oh, back to yearbook though. Demeter got to introduce that as the missing student.
Dearly departed Demeter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have shit. We didn't ask anybody about her.
You guys,
We had candy to eat. We had stuff to do.
honestly, like priorities.
Why didn't I think about asking Aphrodite?
Oh, no, I loved it. It turned out way better. That this happened and then immediately back into the teen stuff. You got your pass. You headed into town, and before that, Than and Theseus had their moment, and Than decided to use his second death gaze thing on Theseus, which was very interesting.
The devil. Who the hell is the devil?
The devil.
The
The
demon.
demon.
The demon. Oh, that's right, demon. It's not the devil. It's demon.
All
It's
this
fine.
all this underworld stuff. Something's going on.
He's just gonna get to add Demon Slayer to his titles later.
Yes. And I like to come back. And it's like we need to start. The first thing you say is when you start training for a ladder match, and Theseus being like, "I don't want to know." That was
Let's fucking do
Made
it.
me mess with Finn Balor was cool.
oh
Yeah. Let that one sit in.
My heart. My heart. This goes out to Finn Balor. I know you're probably not watching this, but
He
Finn
is.
Balor. You're always Prince Devlin to me. Prince Devitt.
Exactly.
He's watching. I believe in it.
and then
Manifest it.
then we went to town, which we got to meet the rest of the NPCs essentially. Right? I think that was it. I think that was the last of them.
Mhm.
Unless I'm
Wait,
completely forgetting someone.
Unless you have some weird towny people that live in the woods. That you
I just
can-
want, if you want to make up
Yeah.
one, make up Hella. I want Hella.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, went into
Just
town.
if you want to make up one.
Started with Falafel House, which I've been excited for Eurydice. Walking in, Dionysus hurrying out, heard Aphrodite talking some shit. And then Than decided to step up and just one-on-one Aphrodite, which she's too hot for that, man. You can't just approach Aphrodite.
Than is a bit of a tactician, a little bit. You know, I want to see what everybody's made of. I want to know what everybody's buttons are, and I want to know how they work. And I want to as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
have let
she
me
worked you real well.
show off a little bit of her, which is always fun because, like I said, you guys have been running them a little bit, so I like having the moments where the God Squad reminds you why they're the God Squad. Yeah, that happened. I had something planned for Hypnos, and Deuce said no. Deuce said you don't slip that insult in here and get away with it. And we got to see some of the powers come out a little bit, some of the true nature of some of you. Frieza, and Evra is the perfect person to do that too. If there's anyone just to awestruck,
That's the second time I've shut her down now.
yeah, no, Deuce and Aphrodite. Who'd have
I'm just
thunk?
coming for Aphrodite. I didn't realize that she's my nemesis, but she apparently is.
Yeah, you got her fucking number. Yeah, you
Nice.
did that, dipped, and then she had no choice but to leave and try to save face, which was great. And you did it in front of everyone, which is also great because it gives us some stuff to bring up later.
And Eurydice saw it, so she's gonna tell everyone.
Yes.
Hmm.
In my mind,
This
I'm
is
like,
the shit that Theseus is living for. It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck are all these powers and random shit that people are doing?
Mhm. Oh, which was the perfect. You're in like Thanatos, Dusa, Hypnos. Like, what did Hypnos do? Like, nothing.
Awkward as fuck.
What is that?
And just
Yeah.
awkward out. Like, you know what? I'm leaving. I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
You're deflecting, not me.
I love that Theseus is having these slip up moments where it's just like, it's like I don't mean to, but yeah, the second time we've killed him. Fuck. All right.
Yeah, you
Hypnos did something
you
with
play off
fuck.
those so well. You're fucking nailing those, Prince. I'm loving it. That some other gods came in. Poseidon hit you with the mom thing, and then I thought you were trying to hype up Poseidon. You backed him in a corner, and luckily I rode well with that. And then
Drawing Poseidon in the fucking toilet.
And then Hermes helped Meg get to the bathroom to rescue Deuce, which was a nice moment for everyone. I don't know
love her.
why I've made Hermes so chaotic, but it's canon now
love
here.
I love Hermes so much. He
I've
is
lost
so
control
great.
of Hermes.
Hermes is a trickster god. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Hermes
Well-
is my favorite. He's a good boy.
It does fit in. It's like overly helpful Hermes as well. Like, because like you know,
Mhm.
like if you think about those that know the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, he's always trying to help out. Orpheus. That's his boy. He's trying to help him out. So it makes sense. He's always just trying to help out.
Yeah, he's in a couple of them where he's just like popping up, like here's a thing for your quest, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
In the game, he's the most. I mean, he's the one that works against the gods the most, are willing to sort of help people out. So, not that his
We're gonna
help's
get him
always
on
the
our side.
best. He kind of is. But it's one of those things. Like, you want him? Like, is he actually helpful? Who knows?
Yes. Yes, he is.
He
Leave
has
him
been.
alone.
Helpful like hypnosis advice.
But we got to do that. I got to play Eurydice, which I had fun with her. For some reason, I don't know why I had her so gossipy, but I'm like, what do you do on an island full of like weird teenagers? I'm like, I feel like, and like that's the muse thing, the storyteller. I'm like, if you like a good
Mhm.
song, you like a good story. She's here to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And then on to Skelly, good old Skelly and the
I love
Lucky
Skelly.
Tooth. And a candy eating competition, which it came to me in a fever dream. I'm like, sure, because I'm like, it's one of those weird things. I'm like, Skelly's all about like pain. How do you incorporate pain into a candy shop? But I'm like, this is painful candy. Let's make this a thing. And I'm like, who but Ares is gonna take this super seriously? So, and you guys fucking, like I said, any weird thing, I'm like, this is a thing. You guys just fucking take it and run with it and make it amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for Deuce getting caught up in that somehow.
He said free candy, and I feel like I had to because every time someone pulls out candy, Juice gets really excited. So I
Mhm.
kind of had to keep going with it.
No, it was great. It's great that the juxtaposition of that and calm and collected Athena, but Theseus still just that was the thing. I'm like, does he play it cool or is the competitive side take over? And it took over, and I'm glad it did. And it was
And
I
then
was
we helped
happy for
Ares
it.
win.
That was
Yeah.
so
that was wholesome moments all around.
Well,
And,
not wholesome moments were going on outside.
that's as wholesome I think as Meg gets.
Yeah, the
That
cigarette.
was a softer Meg.
Yeah, when you said like, yeah, I'd take a
That
cigarette,
actually
blah
is
blah
soft.
blah. I'm like, in my mind, that's hot. I hope that's where you're going with it.
No, yeah.
That was hot.
And then I know you as a person, so I assumed you were. And then
I've
Fan
never-
with
I've
the
said that in a different-
longest, most confusing, but also most fan response to it.
Well, okay, yeah, that's okay. So
Explain yourself, sir.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So in Monster Hearts, you play Feral, and you follow the give yourself, make a promise, or whatever like that. With the act of the cigarette and everything like that, I couldn't think of like what do I make a promise for? And I don't think so. Thanatos with Aphrodite, he would act awkward. He would get embarrassed and act awkward because everybody's watching. But there's nobody out there, he thinks. And so, but the thing is, Thanatos, just from what I gathered from playing the games and everything of that nature, is that he's never going to make the first move. He is never going to he's never going to be the one to initiate romantically because he's very straight. He's not straight laced, but he's very focused. He's very on the job. Like that is the thing. So he needs that little bit of push. His form of flirting, though, is let's go look for pomegranate. I think in my mind, he's actively like, let's go look for pomegranates. This is a nice tender moment between people that have are developing a friendship and everything like that. Let's go look for pomegranates. He's gonna be sweet. He's gonna flirt and everything like that. But he's never gonna make the first move. And that's where my head was at. I don't know. That is yeah.
No, I'm following. I liked
So-
it. Especially, it's such a good juxtaposition with Meg, whose last time she kissed someone, she just broke their thumb and they made out. And it was just boom, boom.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, we're about to make out. And then it's like, wait, this isn't making out. This isn't making out. What's happening here? It was fans to, or Zag's two lovers showing why there's the different. I don't know. It was a good moment.
The different scales, yeah.
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 Showing why Zag's the luckiest.
I was gonna kiss somebody in this fucking episode. I knew it. Waking up beside Dusa, I was like, maybe. And I was like having that moment with Theseus in the hallway, I was like, maybe. And it was, Aphrodite, I was like, it's gotta be somebody.
I'm so glad because that's what I was behind the scenes. I might have talked about this after show, but I asked them, I'm like, hey, session 1, don't like bang someone right away. Cause I'm like, I like a build up. I like the tease. But I'm like, we're a few episodes in. Let's get spicy now. And it was good. And it built off so well of like the Meg's opinion on like the Theseus and Thanatos like differences, and then the stare moment. So like it was a well earned and very natural moment. It worked out really well. But as soon as you said this happened outside, I'm like, Eurydice is watching. She's absolutely watching from a window.
Of course.
And then when Hypnos was watching too, and in my head it was you two leave. And I'm like,
Amazing.
I'm like, I love this moment. And those,
So much fun.
I could have watched you two mime at each other for 3 more hours.
Yes, indeed.
I loved the mime moment so much.
And I'm like,
I was
any other
so
character
good. I
besides
was
those two
I was
would have been like,
cracking
oh
up.
shit, and pretend like they weren't watching. But those two acknowledge it and then, try to have a conversation from across the street. I'm like,
The worst thing about doing this online is that I'm not able to be at a physical table that Vin is at. Because I feel like playing like a game with Vin at a table would just be like,
For sure.
fuck it,
100%.
chuck me in a box, send me down the river, I'm good. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. I don't need to do anything else for the rest of my life. We're good here.
it was a mellow Hypnos episode till the end, but when Hypnos came, they brung it, and it was great. But back inside the candy shop, we had. I was just riding so hard on like you just pumping them up, you guys just punching each other's fists, everyone getting excited, sharing milkshakes to cool each other down. You guys are. I love also the journey Ares has had with this group, to where we started out you knocking him the fuck out, being like, what, alpha, and now you're just sitting there making out. Now I love that, because to me that is not even confused, just chaotic Ares.
It had to be a competitive kiss
Aggra-
too. Like Aries comes in, he's like, "No, you're half-assing this, bro. Let's go."
Your line, what was your line? Like, something of like, no kiss, like, I don't know, like, this is how you kiss. I was like, I love that.
If you're
That's
gonna do it, don't
Aries-
half-ass it.
yeah, that was
that's
it. I'm
it.
like, I don't remember it. I just remember being floored when it happened. I'm like, there's no better response between these two in this moment. And I thought, I'm like, you spending the string for him to do it. I'm like, this is like wholesome and like super positive energy. And then when you said specifically, like, I grab him, blah blah blah. I'm like, he's got to just fucking kiss him on the mouth in this moment.
It was
I
beautiful.
This
I
is
was
what
feeling that
Friday
was gonna
Night Lights-
happen, and so I was like, "Let's go all the way in."
Yep.
That was the perfect. I literally, like I said, floored. I'm like a couple steps ahead on a lot of these, because I'm like, oh, this will happen, and I could have never. In retrospect, there was no other response Theseus could have had but dropping that line. But it's still, I did not see it coming, and it made me so happy.
Yo, homies get the good job kissies, you know? That's
All my homies get kissies.
Aries is making his way around the group though.
Some bros fish bump, some bros hug, other bros just make out
yeah, bro.
in the most
Yeah.
aggressive way possible.
I said earlier, I see you,
though.
Prince. That's because we have a slide where I have a lot of the conditions and little blurbs about the NPCs and them. And it last
Had to be
thing
added.
said, had a spicy kiss with Meg, and I was watching as Prince put in, had a spicier kiss with Theseus.
Oh my god.
I mean, because it was spicier. It had cinnamon.
Cinnamon just still, it was gross but
Oh my
beautiful.
Yeah, because
God.
you said he like drank the malt.
He
and
was
it was
about
like,
to,
all over
he was
his
about to
body.
vomit.
Bleeding a little from getting smacked, and like his tongue being so raw from the can. Yeah, it was
Hot.
the weirdest best thing. And I just love just the cuts between that happening, this happening, and then the Megan thing on the tree, and then Meg, like you said, Meg's got to make their first move, and the grab by the chain. Love that detail, love that, and then sitting in a tree, doing what you do.
KISSISSII.
IPPI.
IPPI, exactly. Thank you. Mississippi. There you go.
Mississippi. I don't care that I'm only naming these
Wow.
after Marina songs.
Oh my God.
Mississippi needs to be the name of the episode now.
Oh my god.
And then Hypnos. Hypnos always giving me a little plot at the end of everything. Willing to go follow when you're like, I'm gonna go check him out. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's Creeper Hypnos going to watch. And then luckily, only the partial success. I'm like, oh, there's the weird Dionysus business going on, and that
I just thought he was being a voyeur. I was like, oh, is he in? Is this his thing?
I literally.
Oh, it's
put
so much
this in
worse.
chat.
I thought
Dionysus
he was
just
gonna
out
be
there fapping like, ah.
okay. When you said that you couldn't see the other person, I'm like, is that other person on their knees? Please tell me the other person's on their knees.
Yo.
see, and that's also what I
was
liked.
expecting.
Everyone's mind was on that level, and I'm like, nah, this is dangerous.
Is watching respectfully.
Every single character, like Rachel, just every single character in the chat watching respectfully.
Yes.
Watching respectfully.
So when you were talking about Athena kind of looking at Ares and Theseus kissing, I just typed Athena watching respectfully. And then I said me watching respectfully. But then you were like, Dionysus is out there. And I was like, watching
That-
respectfully.
Holy question mark?
No, that was not. He's not going to be watching respectfully. He's going to be yelling like suggestions from the side, like put your hand on her lower back,
Nothing respectful.
play with her
about
hair.
This mother.
Grab a cheek, it's fine.
Any cheek.
Face, but it doesn't matter. Just
Any
grab
cheek
it.
will do.
But instead, you got a blow dart almost to the neck. You would have started next episode waking up who knows where had you failed that roll. But Hypno stumbled out and took a nap.
Satyr priests, yes or no? Those motherfuckers.
You called
You got
it.
the blow dart. You got the beard. You got the horn mask. That's
Yeah.
my
If
version of.
there's only one thing worse than the rats and the fucking Temple of Sticks, it is those little fuckers.
That's why you gotta get a deflect dash. You can send
Always deflect
Yeah.
dash.
Gotta get it. Gotta get Athena's boons.
Athena's
I'm trying to
busy
get
right now. She's,
All kinds of boons. Boons, boots, all that jazz.
that was our episode. So we said our things about how things go. Let's go around and just do highlights, thoughts, general comments you want to make. Round the horn as usual, starting with Vin.
I mean, we've covered everything. My God. It was just so nice seeing you, Riddicy. Like, first of all, big love. Dan and Meg, fucking mint. I'm worried about Dionysus now because I was just like, okay, we only have to worry about Zeus. I guess not. So I love ending episodes. I love being the cliffhanger. Apparently, take that.
Yeah, Vin, just when you know we're getting close to time, just walk off camera. Nothing bad can happen.
Just go.
All right. Any last words? We're passing it to Wes.
Passing it. I had a great time as always. You guys are amazing. I look forward to this every Tuesday.
Wes, what'd you think?
Bro, as is tradition, every week, it is truly a pleasure and a privilege to share a table and a space with each and every one of you. You each bring so much excitement and joy to my life. Tuesday is the new Friday for me.
Tuesday's a new Mississippi.
Yeah, the Tuesday is the new Mississippi. God, fucking put that on a t-shirt.
This is it. Yeah, I was about to say, I need that on a shirt,
yeah.
please.
But no, tonight was great. I like the free form. I like giving us kind of, and you could tell we were kind of like starting out. We're like, oh fucking, I don't know. Like we're putting our shoe out on the lake that's covered in ice, and we're kind of testing where we can go. I absolutely loved the table scene with Theseus and Than at the respectfully prostrating themselves before the teachers. Humbly asking for a boon to go to the town. And I like that dynamic. I like that dynamic between them two. Diametrically opposed. They're different, yet they're kind of similar. And I can't wait to see more ladder match training. Dusa, clutch game at the Aphrodite scene. I myself as a player did not know what to expect, getting brought over like arm in arm, and so when like and myself, like when she just started rolling off insults with everybody, myself and I imagine Thanatos were just like, oh my god, what the fuck just happened? We just had a very nice moment at the count. What the fuck is going on? No, but he handled it like a champ. Oh my goodness. Meg and Than kissing in a tree, Kissing. Always and forever going to be awkward as Than. That is going to, it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter if it's in a tree or in a house or with a mouse.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it's like, but no, that was awesome. That was a great scene, a very touching scene, very awesome. And Hypnos, dear God, gotta stop wandering out into things. Got wandering into people's dreams, wandering out into bushes. I'm also glad that we have varying degrees of relationships with the God Squad. I'm glad it's not just us versus them. It's like there's different levels with that. Because I feel like there's a good relationship with Dionysus there somewhere in the midst of all that, and yeah, Aphrodite and Poseidon, and I think for all of them, the ones that you expect to be assholes are the ones that you expect to be assholes. And Ares is that nice little wild card there in the middle. But I'm excited to see more of that. I'm also excited to see more of the island. It's just me personally. A return to Brooding Cliff Part 2.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well said as always, Wes. Rachel.
Everyone's incredible, etc., etc., etc. I'm so happy to
I
play.
only believe it when Wes said it.
Okay, everyone but Bully's incredible, and this episode went by so fast when you called it. I was like, no.
Yeah, we actually stayed in our time limit this time.
But it was good. I had such a good time. I loved all the little Meg and Dusa interactions that are just like super uncomfortable, but also very good and sweet. And I think like there's a relationship and a friendship there beyond just being like roommates, and I think that's fun. Obviously, the minute was described Thanatos is wearing a chain, I made a note that
Chain note.
I said, remember that detail. That is a surprise tool that will help us later.
So that's my chain. It's a grabbing chain if I ever heard one. That's why you're Meg.
And also when you were like, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette, I almost just went out with you, but I was like, no, I think she wants to see how this
Also,
goes.
talk about the detail of you're gonna see like nagging you a little bit about it, and then you being like, okay, go smoke. Beautiful detail from you. I meant to share my appreciation.
It was so good. Being like your aesthetic is cigarettes. But
Yeah.
you can't argue. It is.
People that
It
look
is,
like
yeah.
you. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no, look.
Meg.
A former smoker. Look, yeah, right on the money. That is every time. It's like, as a former smoker, I can look at people now when I go out and I'm like, that's just your aesthetic. There's nothing you get from that. Wow. Hot kettle black.
Oh yeah, but it was very good. Everything from like, I love Thanatos and Meg's like sort of relationship building, from the like being surprised that Meg said she is happy to be on his team but not Theseus, and then there's been a couple other things that built up to it, so I was excited. I was like, I'm gonna grab the cigarette, and I'm like, if somebody asks if I want to do a turn on roll, I'll say yes and kind of see where it goes, and it went places.
Went to a tree.
It went into a tree. There was a point where I was like, I don't know if Wes is trying to play awkward or trying to give like.
I loved Wes's detail to light the cigarette on your cigarette.
God.
Yes!
That was
Oh my
well
God.
done.
The reverse lean in, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, I know where this is going for sure.
And then
now.
immediately
Smoker has
confused.
done that.
And then
Every smoker has done that move.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
for
tease
sure.
though. That's Than though. It's I'm
Yeah.
like, this is super fucking
Yeah,
hot.
it was
Where's
like-
he going?
yeah.
Where's he going?
Yeah.
Why is he not
Just enough to be like, okay, like yeah, I think this is whatever.
the smolder? The smolder in many ways.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Wes.
It was so good and lovely. And then just everything with the Ares and Theseus and Dusa eating the spicy food was so funny beginning to end. I loved it. Ares is just gonna have a thing for pain at this point, right? If he doesn't already.
At this point, like he did it already. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
April.
Well, one, everybody did a good job. You all did decent. You're all right. I'll keep coming back on Tuesdays, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you for extending your break.
You're welcome. Oh my God, so many things happened. One, just Wes, if you think you're gonna make out with Dusa, you're gonna try a lot harder than that. I just want you to know
Oh.
that real quick.
Ooh.
Thinking you wake up next to
Ooh.
Dusa and get to make out with her.
Gauntlet thrown.
Oh, okay.
No,
I see
sir.
that. I pick it up.
Remember what happened last time someone tried to shut me down or turn me on? Just remember what happens.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
But sorry, I just had to like April had to throw down a gauntlet for a second when you thought you were gonna make out with someone. You threw Deuce's name in the
You
list.
gotta ask Dusa
Sorry.
to clean your room. 'Cause that's what
Exactly.
gets Dusa going.
Your room is a mess. You think Deuce is gonna make out with you with your room looking like that? Boy, pick up your boxes.
Hang on, it's a mess because Meg was in there trying to fix stuff and she didn't clean it up.
Know that though. But oh my God, just everything from like you guys with Hades to the kiss with Ares. I did not expect that or see that. Like you started expecting that with like Megan Thad. I was waiting for it. Like the cigarette thing. I'm like, yeah, make out, kiss, 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 kiss. I'm sitting there the whole time going, just kiss, just fucking kiss. But
He talks too much.
Okay, so that was also part of the reason.
Yeah.
It's like I also like to draw this shit out. I was like, let's see how long we can take this.
you drew
Yeah,
it out.
Meg's
Meg-
not gonna take it. One, first of all, Meg doesn't want you to be nice to her. Second of all,
Oh, noted. Not that I would note that, but
if you wanted to write
I mean,
that down.
Note it, but Theseus is already on that. Note what I said earlier. Be nice
Yeah.
to everybody except Meg.
He's
'cause
been
Meg
like
can take it.
subtly slipping in a few things Meg's way. I've noticed.
No,
I expected it to be Theseus and Meg tonight, honestly, when like the night started.
Oh.
But as it went on, I was like, oh, this is taking on a whole new. I'm here
we
for
got
this.
we got more.
I'm
eps.
here to watch this. We got what, 4 more episodes?
I thought it'd be more Theseus than Than, but you know,
I thought
Things
Okay,
work
I
out.
have I have wanted Theseus and Than since day one. Since day one, I have been like, I haven't said it yet because I didn't want to like try to force it, but god damn it, to make out, please. Just I want to like take your hands and just be like, peace.
gotta have that slow build.
It's got to be in a
That
locker
or
room somewhere.
Theseus and Hypnos.
Yeah, that slow build, and then you see Hypnos from behind Than.
Mhm.
Yes. But everyone
Oh
did
my
such a good
God.
job. All of it was great.
Truly.
Fucking Hypnos going down in the last second.
Oh my god.
Always end on Hypnos.
I love it.
Yeah, of course.
Prince.
Well, first off, can I just thank y'all for playing off of the random bullshit that I pulled at the start of the game?
Thank you for giving it to us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
thank
let's
you.
do a thing. Let's go. And y'all all rolled with my random
Yeah,
shit
dude.
that I came up
I'm
with.
knocking on doors with push-ups. We're going. I'm like, yes. Thank
Amazing. Well, that's
Yeah,
the thing
I
is, like,
appreciate that.
Wait, so how much sleep did sorry, Than and I get? Did we get any sleep?
you. Probably a
it
little.
stops.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say enough to survive the day.
Okay, cool.
A human
Theseus
only
doesn't give
needs
a
5
fuck. He has everything that he needs to make sure he doesn't have to sleep if possible. Just leave it at that.
Oh no, is Theseus one of those micro nap dudes?
Yeah, basically.
Oh god.
Or he
Mm.
has substances to help.
All the above.
That too. Listen, anyway, let me thank Bully here, because I know we've been praising each other, but Bully, well played in the whole scene at the cafeteria. Like all that random shit that got thrown out there was ridiculous. Like giving the middle finger to Pat and you adding that random moment. Like I didn't expect that. I don't know why I didn't expect it, but I didn't.
I was still in the Hades headspace, so I viewed you doing that as like Hades viewed you do that. And I'm like, wait, no, he's still right there. He's probably watching like this group, and then you just flip off a teacher. He's like, hey, stop. I love it.
Always watching.
The pocket bacon, perfect. That's exactly what I expect from Dusa. Also, April, I did not expect you to sit down for the challenge. That actually threw me off. I wasn't ready for that. I was ready for a lot of the other shit. That one was like, oh, really? This is happening?
They said free candy.
Keep that in mind. Tempt Dusa with candy. Stocks up for more gummies.
Every time you pull out candy, Goose is like, what?
Yeah.
Candy?
Automatic +6.
You don't have
And
to turn me
Hypnos.
on. Just give me candy.
The Hypnos thing with Theseus and Hypnos is going to be forever hilarious with me. And I'm going to continue to play off of that because I think it's fucking ridiculous. Because I intentionally was like, so this person, Hypnos. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, someone's going to say something about this. I'm just waiting for it to happen. They're like, what do you mean Hypnos? And I'm like, no, I didn't mean Hypnos.
One of my favorite things is Meg also doesn't have like weird powers really. No. It's just violent and that.
That's why he left Meg out. It was like,
yeah, so no, it makes
other
sense.
weirdos.
They're like Meg is the only one, and Meg's also keeping tabs on people doing weird shit because she can't do it. So she's like, wait a second, what do you know about Hypno?
My head,
discovered.
That whole scene was made better by this conversation's happening. Everyone's asking Theseus, like, wait, what Hypnos? No one's even asking Hypnos, and I just see Hypnos just looking at Theseus the whole time.
I was watching the whole thing.
Yeah, because Hypnos knows exactly what he's talking about.
Then
so I just picture all this back and forth.
Was so great. You're like,
yeah, with Hypnos just like, yes, what is he talking about?
What is he talking about?
It is the woman yelling at the cat meme.
Yeah.
It is Theseus pointing at Hypnos, and Hypnos is just scream. I didn't stop. I didn't. Just right back like the cat. Oh my god.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the playback. I love y'all. Oh boy.
This will be the GIF championship.
There's gonna be Vin, your face during that whole thing. Oh, I'm excited.
Where to start? I've said everything. This is like I said, as a storyteller, God, you guys made that so easy. Like I said, this is the first completely off the rails as far as like I don't have a plan, like this needs to happen or I end on this note. I'm like, I know what's going on. I'm gonna let you guys look into what you looked into, and you guys just gave me everything, and then some. It was, yeah, like I said, you guys make this so easy. And then also, really, like I said, this is, I love Monster Hearts, and there's so much you want to develop, but also like there's a weird time crunch, which we're still keep meaning to stretch it out, but too much stuff keeps happening. We'll finally be able to start doing that. But in such a short time, you guys have gave me such good relationships with each other and with the NPCs to play with. You've already, but like with each other, sort of had like antagonistic relationships that are already forming into other things, but already have other. There's like so much going on between like all the strings between you two in such a short time, and I did not have to force anything because I mean this things where I'd potentially plan like, okay, I need to like put these two in a situation so something can happen. I haven't to do anything. You guys have given me so much. And I think we're finally starting to sort of see the roles people are taking in the big group dynamic, which is really fun because there's the expected ones. Like you're playing into like the main parts of your character, but also the little nuanced things. Dusa somehow becoming like the cleaner, like the powerhouse, a little like a weird like when shit goes down, Dusa comes through every time, even though she's like the one everyone's nervous about. Like, don't let Dusa mess this up. But Dusa's the one ripping open elevator doors, shutting down Aphrodite, and it's I love that
Twice.
Dusa's just like
Twice have I shut down Aphrodite.
That
I
killed
just
me. I was like, yo,
that she's low-key
Deuce,
just-
what are you doing?
down the clown for anything, but also the most nervous. And I love you've been playing that so well of not always just being like, oh no, run away, but like I don't know, it's like I said, the layers you guys are giving me with this is great, and I love how Deuce has somehow come out as like that role. I love how Theseus is. You're perfectly doing the. Just like I said, I have to pay so much attention when you talk because you slip things in that you blink and you miss it. But there's so much in that accidental slip in you do or that off the cuff thing you say that like I gotta hang on every word because Theseus is so bombastic. But you're really you're really good at showing those cracks, and everyone's so good at picking up on those cracks and like either noting it and playing off it later, or like I said, you start off like the hard antagonist in the group, which is super fun for me to play with right away. So I didn't have to give you enemies. You stepped up as the enemy, which Theseus is in the game, so punchable. But you've already done such a good job of redeeming him without making it just like Whiplash. Like he's still that asshole, but like we're rooting for you now. We think we
I
don't
appreciate
know.
y'all playing off of that, like everybody.
That's what I said.
'cause
You guys are so good at picking up each other's cues. It's like I said, you guys make this so easy. And with the Meg, I've been waiting for the slow simmer Meg because I'm like, man, I want a little more from Meg, the aggression and stuff, and you're finally leaning into it and starting to sort of define yourself in the group as well. And of course, if you didn't give me that romance, I was gonna flip.
How excited you were after our stairwell conversation that I was like, he's shipping it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we all-
Something need to happen. I was like, somehow you two are gonna fall in the pit and be trapped with each other. So I don't know. But
No, you didn't need to.
you gave it to me and it's also in like the perfect moment where like all the attention's on like this wild competition thing that they're thrown in, and you picked a perfect moment like, yeah, let me step out and make this happen. Thank you. And you did it in a place where Eurydice can watch, so thank you for that.
Here's the thing. I want nothing but Eurydice's happiness.
Yes.
The queen of my heart, the queen of song, Eurydice. Oh,
Perfect. And then Wes, just everything with Than. We've gone the gamut with Than. We've seen so much from him, and you're using. And also, this was episode people really got to. I got to see more powers, and I wrote the playbooks, and I forgot half of them as soon as I wrote them. So I love. You're like, I do this. And I'm like, cool. What is that? Always good. We got the Deuce of Freeze. We got using that on Theseus was a move, especially because I got to figure that out on the fly, and it's you give me a really good plot thing to play with, and also I know that I can see you logging things, and I'm like, okay, Wes is gonna use this at some point or play off of this, and I'm so excited to see what you do with this stuff. Like I said, you building I don't know, the Than Theseus thing, the will they won't they, and mostly just the butting heads, but like supporting. You guys built such, because that's some of these relationships, like, from the games, everyone's like, okay, yeah, these two are going to be like that towards each other. Like, how do you really guess how Than and Theseus are going to react? And you guys have made it like weirdly deep and just like given us so much where it's like, I need to see these two interact all the time.
I will
then if-
never lie to anybody. Friday Night Lights is my favorite television show of all time. More so than The Wire, more so than anything.
I love Friday Night Lights.
The one thing that they were missing were teammates kissing each other. In
I
the locker room
absolutely fucking agree.
after.
100%.
Look,
And we got that with, and you guys did that to Ares too. Like I just play the NPCs off of you. So like you've Zeus has been a very obvious villain, but you'll there's so many NPCs. You gotta have one that's just clearly an asshole, and Zeus is it. But
Oh yeah.
you guys have weirdly like given me this opportunity to play Ares now, and like it all just kind of depends on your reaction to him. And we've gone back and forth with him, which is like everyone. Like I said, I really like the stuff you've built with the God Squad too. There's a couple, okay, this person's obviously a problem, and this person's obviously cool, but I like watching you guys figure out. And each time you interact with them, not an obvious like, okay, they're gonna say this or do that. Like you throw something at me, and it's really fun to play off of. Watching you guys figure out the interactions and build off of those, and then of course Hypnos. What you the chaos, the gremlin energy. Well, I'm gonna say that you brought the Hypnos is perfect, and because Hypnos can easily be just like the gimmick characters. Like he's sleepy, he's sort of out of it. He's sort of the Hypnos, but you've brought this factor to him where he's just like the spark every time too much gunpowder gets piled up, and it makes me so happy. Also, your willingness to just step up to anyone is Hypnos too. Like I like that everyone sort of has a healthy fear / uneasiness around Hypnos, which again is something
Theseus
that
wants nothing more than
Yeah.
to have Hypnos on his side.
Yes,
because
like-
he does not want Hypnos not on his side.
like you look at the roster of characters, you would never imagine, okay, this is the role Hypnos is going to have in this group, like of all these people. And then it's once we've played and you playing them, then is now like, what else could they have been? Like, yes, this is the perfect. And like I said, it's, #blessed. Happy with all of you. And first episode completely on you guys. Could not have went better. That's all I gotta say. Kississippi every Tuesday. With more
I also-
kisses on the way.
Remember,
Mississippi.
you tried to give Dusa the condition of jealous. That was not jealousy. You made fun of my bandage work. That is
Mm.
what caused that. I just want you to know.
Oh, I know she wasn't jealous, but that's the mean thing Aphrodite tried to do.
I
And
just remembered that, and I was like, it was not about jealousy. It was
It
about
was
bandages.
It wasn't about jealousy. It was about bandit.
of course, that's what it was. Brilliant. All right, that's all I gotta say.
Perfect.
You guys are great. I'm very excited for where this is gonna go. And like I said, I cannot write it better. As you're giving me the perfect mix of like the moments, the drama, the relationships, while also progressing like this weird mystery thing that every teen drama has to have going on in the background, of course. Okay, that's me. Any last words? That's what I thought.
Looking
Zach,
forward to next
It
week.
was wonderful. We can't wait for next week.
Me neither. Let's do
Always.
it again.
Who's
Until
Meg gonna make
then,
out with the next episode?
make out with.
I
Will
don't
Zag
even know.
return? How long will he return
Zag
for
return.
before you finish him again? Find out next week.
Will Hypnos and Zeus finally tie the knot? Find out.
Mississippi
Yeah.
Ice.
Wanted
I
so
have
bad.
plans.
Welcome
We
to
just gotta
Keystone.
avoid Dusa. Dusa's the fucking hammer, apparently.
Bring it.
With that, we will see you then. Bye.